Welcome back, everyone, to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me today I have Yella.
Good day.
And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And today I'm taking these two gentlemen down a strange rabbit hole.
Oh.
Have either of you ever heard of a name? Harry Coumnas.
Nope.
No?
I've heard of Mr.
Neither
Coumnas.
had I. But I want to say maybe a year or two ago, it might be longer than that, back when we started the Steel Donut Discord, link in the description, I was hanging out with some people there, and we were just kind of looking around fanfiction.net, Fiction Press for different stuff. And I don't remember who found it, but one of us found a really interesting account called Kevin 8 Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm the first person to find this, but I'm not certain. I know I'm not the most recent person to find this because on Reddit, I just Googled this right before we started recording this video. 5 days ago, _generic_meme posted to r/Nightmare Expo, strange Harry Coumnas rabbit hole, more in comments. And he has a very interesting, Google Doc with a list of links relating to this guy. And I'm also going to post for you guys the Kevin 8 Smith thing. I want you to click Kevin 8 Smith.
Okay.
And just take a look, because what we seem to be looking at here is a series of fake press releases about a potentially fictional person named Harry Coumnas who has a very interesting life.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Coumnas' invention says no distressing memories in senior's life. Interesting details about Harry Coumnas' generationship. Harry Coumnas revealed many interesting facts about Area 51.
Well, that one has reviews.
And it goes on and on. Meet Harry Coumnas, who kept the severed head of a dog alive.
What?
And just click on one. Just click on any of them. And read. Matt, find me one.
Alrighty. It says, Harry Coumnas' invention says no distressing memories in senior's life.
Okay.
Working since 2010, NASA scientist and biologist Harry Coumnas finally puts forward his survey report that shows why older adults have become the victim of several diseases. According to him, growing weaker and older is not the reason for adults' health issues, but is the depressing memories that make them more distressed, ultimately making them prone to disease. Harry Coumnas comes with an ultimate solution for this problem. He and his team have successfulally tested a serum that could be injected into the brain for happy memories.
What the fuck?
Basically, the serum will be the recording of all the past moments that the person has shared by them or by their family members that will be converted into DMA stimulants. After serum injection into the brain neurons, the senior patient will have the memories of happy moments.
Will only have the memories of happy moments.
You're right. Only. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like
what?
Kind of fell apart there.
And I'm going to just have you skip ahead to about Harry Coumnas. Just read the first sentence.
Harry Coumnas, a renowned NASA scientist and biologist, after serving his nation for 3 decades, decided to work for the betterment of older adults.
Okay. So that's what that story reads. And that was published April 22nd. That was 6 days ago.
Dang.
Okay, now I'm just going to jump back to Harry Coumnas' study reveals that Mars might be humans' next living That's just where the title ends.
Yeah.
The rest of the word is destination.
Oh, yeah, I see that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is believed that the human race should look to outer space within this century or it will extinct. The entire survival system of the Earth is in danger, and it must look for alternatives if it is to survive.
Dang.
Scrolling down. About Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas is a renowned astrophysicist who has explored physical properties of celestial objects, including stars, planets, and galaxies. He has done his PhD in astronomy and physics, which is not what they said before.
No, that's not. No, he was a biologist.
And just a week before, no, not a week, like a month before that, Harry Coumnas designs flying broomsticks to let kids play Quidditch.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I have always been a huge Quidditch fan and played the sport in college with friends who too were 20-something like me. We played real organized human Quidditch with rings and dodgeballs. Among the players, there would often be a guy in a dark yellow t-shirt pretending to be the snitch. I guess every generation has some irrational obsessions with Quidditch. I guess every generation has some irrational obsessions, and Quidditch was ours. For me, this was perhaps the most exciting and flawless sport ever. But this was only until I watched the Wizarding Quidditch and Harry Potter movie with my little son years later. What? Wait, what?
What?
You played Quidditch before you knew of Harry Potter?
The movie.
Yeah.
Before you knew of the movie. I'm
mean,
guessing you read it in the books first?
About Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas is a 32-year-old gentleman from Texas, United States, who has designed flying broomsticks to let kids play Quidditch like Harry Potter.
Are you sure? Because I just found one that said that he's he's from Argentina.
Oh, which one is that?
I'm trying to find it again now. I accidentally closed the tab out. 1 second.
Oh, I see.
Just go into your history.
I see. Harry Coumnas is one of the oldest civilian soldiers of World War I.
What? I see that one too.
About Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas, a young civilian born in the small mountain town of Tennessee in 1990,
Oh, here it is. I found it.
later became one of the greatest civilian soldiers of World War I.
Are you sure? Because mine says Harry Coumnas is a young scientist from Argentina who is of the opinion that Saturn's largest moon, Titan, has the possibility of life.
Which one is
maybe.
that?
That's
I'm
Harry
sorry.
Coumnas thinks that Titan harbors life.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea that Sergeant Harry Coumnas was born in 1990 and fought in World War I.
And is also
Yeah.
32 years old.
His troop arrived in France in 1914.
Well, listen.
Are you
listen.
sure they didn't arrive in
got there at the age of
2014?
he got there at the age of -76. That's pretty young.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Maybe
Bob.
just
Scientist
go back
Harry
in time.
Coumnas solves the Moai mystery because Harry Coumnas is a famous archaeologist who was born and brought up in California. He did his bachelor's and master's from California State University. Later, he completed his PhD in archaeology from Boston University. He did his research and wrote theses on the oldest known continuously occupied human settlement.
Are you sure about that? Because according to this one, Harry Coumnas is a 60-year-old scientist who has spent more than 35 years of his life serving the world of science through his innovative inventions and discoveries. In his career, he's also researched on topics that other scientists would not even think of. Wow, they wouldn't even think of it.
No,
No,
they
he-
just
no, he-
lack the imagination of Harry Coumnas.
Well,
Now he wants to retire from his work and move permanently to Pluto.
I mean, of course he does, because as this says here in Harry Coumnas calls an abandoned village of China home to vampires, Harry Coumnas is a 100 years old man who lives in a small village of China. He was
Right.
born and raised in another beautiful village, which was deserted long ago due to increasing vampire sightings.
Yeah, it just keeps
Oh, no.
happening. It just keeps happening.
God damn it, them fucking vampires keep coming after us. We're gonna have to move again.
I mean, did you know? Harry Coumnas is collecting human remains since his childhood days. He is fascinated by the rich Europeans who traveled everywhere and brought back mementos or souvenirs in early 20th century, through which he created Cabinet of Curiosities. He has also been featured in many magazines and TV shows for his one of the rarest hobbies. According to Harry Coumnas likes to collect dead human remains.
Well, according to paintings by renowned artist Harry Coumnas are a peep into the future. Harry Coumnas says, "When I start working on a painting, I usually have a rough idea of what I want to create, like a beautiful girl sitting on the floor, or a piece of art depicting different emotions. While standing in front of the blank canvas, I keep painting whatever comes to mind. Usually I end up creating something totally different than what I had imagined." Of course, that's because Harry Coumnas is a well-known artist whose paintings are believed to come true. He has created more than 10,000 paintings till date, and has most of them featured in international exhibitions.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you want to slot this in, but I found even more to this rabbit hole. I don't know if you found it or not.
Oh, interesting. Because what I was about to say was, let's take a look at that nightmare, that r/Nightmare Expo link, because a generic meme created a Google Doc where he listed a whole bunch of links to other Harry Coumnas stuff, including a Twitter account, a Wattpad, a website called HarryCoumnasTravel.com. By the way, he missed HarryCoumnas.info, which is a website that I found. Harry-Coumnas.blogspot.com.
Does he have the YouTube channel on here?
It doesn't look like he has a YouTube channel
Because the YouTube channel has exactly the same exact stuff on it. It's all a bunch of PowerPoints that just say everything Harry Coumnas has done. And all about Harry Coumnas, and they change each video.
These are silent.
Yep, they're silent. It's just PowerPoints. You just read them. They're all 30 seconds long.
And so, let me read what a generic meme said. I found this strange series of stories about someone named Harry Coumnas on Fiction Press and showed it to one of my friends who uncovered something that went far deeper than either of us expected. I have no idea what any of this is, but it's been going on for several years with little to no attention, and the person behind it hasn't stopped.
Yeah, he hasn't
And
stopped.
someone responded, this is actually kind of interesting. Because of the simple wording and the use of different types of websites, I'm wondering if Harry Coumnas is a sort of test story for some web designer or something. Sort of like lorem ipsum. But the problem with that is...
They all seem to be the same, though.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, all the Harry Coumnas stuff, yeah, it could be a test thing, but why would it be on somebody's Fiction Press account
And see, this
over
is
and over
what
and over and over.
I
and
really
over
don't
again?
know what Harry Coumnas is about.
And then there's
I'm
this weird
curious if-
YouTube channel.
I'm curious if maybe it could be some kind of bizarre ARG. That's the kind of thing Nightmare Expo might cover. I'm not convinced that it is an ARG because I've been watching this guy post stuff for years, and I've been kind of keeping my eye out for him, and he's not and it's not like Kevin H. Smith is a Fiction Press account. There are a bunch of other Fiction Press accounts that all talk about not Harry Coumnas, other people with press releases.
What?
Yeah, you can find other spam bot press releases. And in fact, if you search for press release on Fiction Press, I'm looking right now, published December of 2018, Estrella Grace wrote a story called A Woman Who Was Originally Confused and Misled by the Press Releases. And the description reads, this press release is written to inform the readers that I'm gonna go jump off a bridge if I see another press release on Fiction Press.
They are really that person's really upset.
She's hella
By these-
upset.
I like the one review.
I like that her
Area 51 one where he's Trash Man says, ignoring the fact that all your stories are spam, I'm singling this one out to point out that Enola Gay, Little Boy, and Boxstar, Fat Man, are both loaded and launched from Tiny an Island. It's ridiculous to even imagine a B-52 being able to cover the distance from Area 51 to Nagasaki or Hiroshima.
Thank you. 10 different appeals?
10 different appeals?
Okay, and I searched for press release, and I immediately found there's an account called Norbert Rumley, which is about the PCCTIIT and healthcare, something. And then there's Garfield Cohen, which is George J. Kundrat's press releases. And then there's Tomas Holland, who's Tony Kunak press releases. And it's got to be some kind of bot, right?
It's
I mean, did you know that Tony Kunak is a dietitian, Bob?
It's very interesting
good to
you
know.
say that because
I thought he was a talented portrait painter.
The Harry Coumnas Twitter links to every Harry Coumnas article around 2014, but they're not all written by Harry Coumnas.
Yeah.
Some of them are written by other people that are about Harry Coumnas.
But those people are probably bots too.
Yeah, they all seem to be bots.
And
That's
it's
the thing.
And my question then becomes I thought when I first saw Harry Coumnas, and I didn't know there were other press release bots, and maybe somebody in our comment section who knows Fiction Press better might be able to elucidate some of this. But what when I saw this, I thought maybe Harry Coumnas might be a real person who's doing bad SEO, bad search engine optimization. And his idea is, if I can generate more links about me, then people will think I'm more busy. And he does some kind of work where, like, maybe he's some kind of day trader or something, and he needs to look like he's very important. But,
It's
like,
funny you say that. Harry Coumnas, 50, Flushing, New York, has been charged with second-degree attempted grand larceny.
I mean,
From an article from 2010 on mortgage fraud blog.
What?
and see, like, I'm not convinced there's a Harry Coumnas at all.
Here's another one from 2009. Q-Ins on the New York Post, of all things. Q-Ins man accused of fraud to get foreclosure cash. New York City man has been accused of filing forged court documents to try to collect $128,000 in proceeds. Queens District Attorney Richard Brown said Harry Coumnas of Flushing. It's the same guy, but this article was written a year earlier. What? Somebody wrote an article a year later about the same thing?
And you know what? Another reason why I think Harry Coumnas probably doesn't exist, even as like a person whose name got stolen, is if you Google, and I mean I just Googled this, maybe somebody can find more information, but if you Google Coumnas name etymology, nothing comes up. Nothing related to Coumnas comes up. Because I don't think it's a real name. So do you think it's some kind of like this is AI test data? And if it is, why is it being uploaded?
Oh man,
this
is bizarre.
Like, it's being generated because like I can see the utility of building a bot that, you give it some facts, you give it a couple sentences, and it generates a press release.
Yeah.
And like,
Sure.
I don't know enough about, machine learning and artificial intelligence to tell you that that is possible or impossible. It might be either. I'm not sure. It sounds to me like the kind of thing that could be possible considering the crazy things machine learning has already done.
Right.
And this is already so artificial looking that it would seem to me like this is like, we're not there yet. We haven't gotten it there. But why is it being uploaded? And why are we getting
it on the internet?
Blog spots and websites like HarryCoumnas.info.
HarryCoumnas.com, HarryCoumnastravel.com.
Oh, HarryCoumnastravel.com. I want you to know, guys, Bob, you need to watch what you're saying because Harry Coumnas is the owner of the famous Harry's restaurant, which is located in Canada. This restaurant is famous for Indian as well as Chinese dishes. He has opened this restaurant in partnership with his childhood friend, all right? He owns a restaurant, Bob. You better watch out, okay?
Yeah. He knows about food.
And a spa and a saloon and a fitness center and a travel agency.
Also,
wait, did you say a fitness center?
Yep.
Because if you go to this website I just linked to, harrycoumnas.info, if we go to his portfolio, HC Fitness Center was founded by Harry in 2009 to provide fitness training.
And Harry Coumnas Travel have the same thing there.
Oh my god.
Almost the same thing. The fitness center and the Harry Travel Tour and Travel Private
and
LTD
there's his restaurant that he opened in 2005.
Yeah. But the details are different, but the names are the same.
But then if you look at like just harrycoumnas.com, it is more like he is some sort of science guy, because if you then go to About Harry Coumnas on harrycoumnas.com, it tells you that Harry Coumnas is a well-known astronomer who was born in an African tribe named Zulu and lived there for the first 13 years of his life. He was brought to the civilized world by a devastating flood where world-renowned scientist Mr. Larry Coumnas adopted him and gave him a new name, Harry Coumnas.
No!
Oh my god, the lore is so deep.
There's a Larry?
There's a Larry who is his adopted dad. His adopted dad, Larry, who named his adopted son
in
Harry.
reverse. I do not want Larry Coumnas.
Guys, This
Listen,
shit goes
Harry
even further
Coumnas'
back.
research interests include UFO sightings, alien abductions, dwarf
UFO
galaxies,
sightings?
star formations, structure of
Dude,
Milky
he's
Way,
been to
and
other
many
planets,
others.
man.
Guys, I found something even older. Harry Coumnas from Flushing, New York, is an idealist philanthropist.
Oh, is
No, this is a slideshow book published on some publish your own book website in 2011 by Harry Coumnas.
I saw
It
that
talks
one.
about
That's,
how he's an idealist philanthropist.
is that the one that's on the Google Doc from a generic meme? Because it's this one, right? Is it this one?
It says, I don't know, I just found it searching. It's issue.com. It might.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's also on
Yeah.
that Google Doc.
there it is on the
That's
Google This is the oldest one, but this one references the Harry Coumnas from Flushing, New York. But this is obviously also a spam thing. This talks about him being a philanthropist. So does that mean that the other two things are fake? The news reports from 2009?
Hey, okay, let's check this out. If we go to that issue.com, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can see read more, there's other stuff by Harry Coumnas, right? So that's how I click on his name. And then I've never navigated this website before. So I'm looking here. One follower. So let's go see who he is. Murray Simon. He's from Australia. Leading supplier of drug test kits.
What?
That
Is this
one
related
actually
at
has.
all?
I don't think
No,
so.
I think this is a real person.
What?
Or like a real company or something.
Yeah.
So why
but
are they following
Why are they
Harry
following
Coumnas?
Harry Coumnas? Why are they Harry Coumnas' only follower? Like they themselves had like
Everything they
829.
publish-
Maybe they just follow everyone.
Everything
Possible.
they published is from 5 years ago, and it looks like they follow everybody.
Huh.
Okay.
I think they might have been taken over by a bot.
I mean,
Oh my God, the
issue.com,
most-
issue.com. Most recent Harry Coumnas thing was
21 days
posted
ago.
21
Well,
days
yeah,
ago.
less
Which
than a month
means-
ago.
To me,
Like there is something roughly every month. It looks like.
this is definitely a bot, but
How far
the
it
earliest
dates back?
Hang on. So the
How far does
earliest
this
date
date back?
Harry Coumnas I can find is mentioned was that New York Post article from 2009, followed by the other article about him from 2010 that mirrored the
Now, is
thing.
that actually on the New York Post?
New York Post, NY Post
Because
website?
that's like a newspaper.
Hang on. This
The-
might be a fake website.
The oldest thing on
This might
issue.
be a fake website.
Link me to this.
This might be fake.
Link us.
Hang on, this is probably fake.
By the way, I'm gonna link the Reddit post in the description of this video, and I'll also link the Kevin 8 Smith.
Yeah, this
but
is a
I'm not
fake
gonna link
website.
anything else, just in case there's like malware on any of these websites.
is a fake
I don't want our
website.
viewers getting that shit.
This is a fake website. I'm 100% certain now this is
No,
a fake website.
this is real.
This is the real New York Post?
I'm
It's
pretty sure
run-
this is the real New York
It's
Post.
run by WordPress?
Yeah, I think so.
So this is the real New York Post website then.
Yeah, that's the real New York Post.
Okay.
What?
This is the oldest article I can find relating to Harry Coumnas, and it was posted by Associated Press. Next thing I can find by
Okay,
Harry
Associated Press. Okay, so the Associated Press was aware of somebody named Harry Coumnas from Flushing, New York, in 2009.
Coumnas. The
Was
next thing I can
accused of
find
fraud.
is from a couple months later in 2010, January 6, 2010, is the Mortgage Fraud Blog website, which posts pretty much the exact same information as the New York Post did. And then the next furthest one up is the one from 2011 on issue.com that talks about a Harry Coumnas from Flushing, New York, except it says he's a philanthropist. That's the one that has all leads to all the other shit.
You know, now
'cause-
that I'm thinking about it, if Harry Coumnas was a real person, in like 2009, he committed second-degree attempted grand larceny, right? There are probably public records we could go look up.
Oh, dang.
Okay,
Of,
there's one
If he
actually.
was found guilty, almost certainly.
Just by the way, real quick, on issue.com, there's one older thing posted by Harry Coumnas about himself that is just called Harry Coumnas, and the first thing on issue says Harry Coumnas, a good example for youth.
Yeah, I mean, he does attempt grand larceny and criminal possession of a forged instrument and
About Harry
falsifying
Coumnas.
business records and
At the end of that,
offering
by the way.
false instrument for filing.
At the end of that, about Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas is a well-known professional based in New York. He is a highly educated expert who studied psychology and political science as his major subjects. He is a helpful, generous, and family-oriented human being. He comes from a large family of around 100 members who live in different parts of the world.
Oh yeah, me and you are looking at the same one then.
He is a sports enthusiast and likes to play basketball, chess, and pool.
Oh, mine doesn't say that.
No?
Mine on PR Sync just leaves off that he is a 100 family member, but it says the rest.
Are all those family members also called Harry Coumnas? Is that why there's like a million
The reason I
of
find
them?
that interesting is Harry Coumnas, Flushing, New York, keeps coming up.
Yeah, like the oldest stuff all of the oldest stuff mentions New York.
Yeah, all from Flushing,
I'm
New
searching
York.
the state records of New York and Florida right now for Harry Coumnas.
Harry Coumnas, Flushing, New York, keeps showing up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, let me see his Facebook profile. I want to see if this is real or not. Oh, never mind. It's just searching for Harry Coumnas on Facebook. The only thing is a company where somebody worked at Queens, New York. No, not Queens, New York. Yeah,
That's
Queens,
close
New
to
York.
Flushing.
Wow. His fucking Harry Coumnas Facebook page was last posted in 2014, and it's also just a massive list of Harry Coumnas articles, all written by different people. This shit is insane.
This is weird.
Records found for Harry Coumnas.
Oh.
Harry B. Coumnas, 59, Flushing, New York.
That adds up.
Download report.
That adds up, because in those articles from a couple years ago, he was 50.
Oh, man.
Harry Coumnas Hobbies.info. Did we look at that one already?
I didn't
don't
look at
think-
it.
Because
No.
that one's exactly the same as Harry Coumnas.info.
Oh.
It's an exact copy of that website.
Huh.
Report ID. Okay, so it looks like I have to become a member in order to get these New York State records.
Dang. This shit
So
is
I'll just
insane.
do that one of these days and get his info.
This is so weird. It's so weird that, it wouldn't have been a blip on our radar if it happened that a guy with a name committed like fraud or whatever years ago. But there's all of these things about Harry Coumnas, and he's all sorts of different people with different accomplishments.
Yeah, and like maybe what happened, maybe it was like Harry Coumnas did something, or maybe didn't do something. I guess I still haven't seen for sure that he was guilty of this stuff. So we shouldn't just go
Right.
around accusing
right,
some
that's
guy, right? So like maybe he didn't do anything.
He was
maybe
at
he
the
was
very
falsely
least
accused or
charged.
whatever.
He was charged with the crime.
charged with some
HarryCoumnasAdventure.com, which has... Okay, this one's got to be generated by a bot. Keep going, but look at that whenever you're done.
Yeah, so maybe what happened was he went to jail, or his name got picked up by a bot on one of these websites, and then his name got repurposed into this bot's like generation thing. I don't know.
Harry Coumnas is a recognized African astronomer who was born on the 30th of April, 1904. Harry had a childhood that was full of challenges. Is that a picture of Harry on the right there?
If he was born in 1904, I have a feeling that's not a picture of him.
I gotta
No,
say, he's looking
true.
pretty good for someone born in 1904,
Yeah.
ain't he?
His
He's
childhood
pretty-
could not have been full of that many challenges. If he's
He
looking
looks
that
pretty
good.
good.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good for a guy who's over 100 years old.
Yeah, he's
At the tender
115.
age of- This is...
Motherfucker's looking great.
At the tender age of 22, Harry Coumnas started working as an associate professor of astronomy in the University of Africa.
University of Africa?
You know, the
What a
one.
university?
Yeah, the one university of all of Africa.
Just Africa has I guess. Well, I mean, University of South Africa. Yeah, no, there's a University of Africa.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a University of Africa.
interesting. I would have thought they would have gone with a little bit more
At the age of
specific name.
22? He was born in 1904. When was the University of Africa founded?
1965.
Huh.
Huh. Something doesn't add
his
up.
story isn't adding up.
Weird. The numbers, they just don't pan out.
I wonder how he worked at the university. He worked as a professor at age 22
I mean,
at the University of Africa that didn't exist yet.
That didn't
Excuse
exist for
me.
another, 40
Excuse me.
years.
Harry Coumnas is a brilliant futurist that has his own theories when it comes.
His own theories.
And let me tell you something. I want to read a press release on Fiction
Of course
Press.
you do. Of course you want to read a press release in this
The
video.
press release is titled, Harry Coumnas believes that the Nestrophians are non-violent aliens. Harry Coumnas is an ardent believer that an alien invasion is inevitable, but more likely than not, it will happen within the next 10 years. So this was posted in 2014.
It was posted 5 years ago. We still have 5 years, people.
5 more years before the Nestrophians come for us. He is one of the small group of people in the world who believes that the time is not far off when we will experience a visit from extraterrestrial beings. One of the reasons that he thinks that this will happen is because rising greenhouse emissions may have tipped off aliens that we are a rapidly expanding threat.
Yeah, we're such a threat, we're killing ourselves.
Yeah, they're like, hey, wait a minute. Those people have diesel engines.
What the?
Oh, no. Oh, the humanity.
QNS.
Oh, no, they're like a suicide squad or something.
QNS?
Except not at all.
QNS. That sounds very familiar. Is that a real website?
QNS.
Because I found another article from 2015 about Harry Coumnas. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Harry Coumna. This one's leaving off the S. Might not be related.
Might not. Who knows?
Interesting.
Might not. Maybe it is.
Hang on, I found something
So wait,
interesting, though.
okay, wait a minute. So my theory earlier about the etymology, I just Googled it, right? So that was not a well-substantiated idea. So now I have to retract that because there is some evidence that there was a historical Harry Coumnas who was charged with a crime.
Yeah.
We saw the New York Post reprinted something the Associated Press had printed. Mm-hmm. I wonder if I could get in contact with the Associated Press and find out some information.
So I found another one from slideserve.com, a sort of just has, looks like PowerPoints on it, from Kevin H. Smith, published in 2011, about Harry Coumnas, a resident of Flushing, New York. What about him? Hang on, the slideshow doesn't want to load for me.
I mean, okay,
PowerPoint presentation about him. What about him? He's a highly reputed professional who resides in Flushing that was founded in 1645 and is a neighborhood in north central part of the city of New York, borough of Queens. Hey, that lines up with the other thing about from Queens, New York, if that's true. This is all about Flushing, New York, and has nothing to do with Harry Coumnas. Oh, no, here it is. Harry Coumnas hates drugs, and he thinks that they make a person behave like a stupid. He is a family-oriented man who has strong family values. He has a large family of more than 100 members. We're coming back to this again. The third time I've seen this on 3 different websites.
Yeah. Also, you
Kevin
found that
Smith.
YouTube
Who
channel. He
is
also
Kevin
apparently his
Smith?
videos or his PowerPoint presentations are also on Dailymotion.
Kevin H. Smith is connected to a lot of this.
And I'm wondering if maybe I could find, Harry Coumnas... If Harry Coumnas actually did attempt some kind of, filing of false, if he did, a forged instrument or falsifying business records, that means he has a business, right? Mm-hmm. Which means if it's a corporation, we should be able to look it up.
Right.
And... I'm looking in mortgage fraud blogs. They're saying HC Sonic Inc.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if the SEC has anything to say about that.
Man, this is
Also,
a hell of a rabbit hole we've gone
an
down.
an interesting thing also, by the way, about Harry Coumnas is, on that site, harrycoumnasadventure.com, where you have the guy who is probably not Harry Coumnas on the front. On About Us and Achievement, there are also pictures. Are those two the same guy? They look similar, but I'm not sure. Can somebody also take a look?
Link me.
Yeah, so here's the About Us, and from there you can go to Achievement. And can you tell me, do those two look like the same guy to you?
No.
No. Okay, so we have 3. Like, if we also take the guy on the homepage as a Harry Coumnas, we have 3. Yeah, those are probably stock photos. So.
Yeah. Hang on, I found something.
Oh, I also just noticed on the adventure website, he doesn't have a page called Research Areas. He has a page called Research Areas.
Guys,
so that's a beautiful typo.
I don't know what website this is. I'm probably gonna do something a little dangerous.
Oh no. Oh no, Matt, be careful.
Nuber is for accurate and reliable data and is based on 2 simple concepts: reunion and privacy. Reconnect with family members, learn about your neighbors. Because this one has something here that I'm not gonna tell in recording, but it looks like some sort of information relating to a Harry Coumnas in Flushing, New York. And it has a phone number here, and I'm really tempted to call it. But I don't want to give out.
Do you want me to call it?
No, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this number right now. I'm going to see if it's a real number or not.
Oh,
wait. If you speak to Harry Coumnas, and this becomes an impromptu interview, make sure to let him know we're on recording.
Yeah.
I doubt
wanna...
this is a real number, but I'm going to call it.
I doubt it too, but just in case.
Just in case.
We're not. I don't think I'm qualified for this.
Here we go. Can you hold that phone closer to the mic? It's really ringing, huh?
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
I don't know what message to leave, but
yeah,
it rang.
It rang. It went to a voicemail of some kind.
So that's probably some random person's.
Yeah. I want to know whose number that is now.
They might have even just thought that's probably a robocall.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
I should have left a message.
I'm not going to pick up.
Like, hey, are you Harry Coumnas? I have quite a few questions for you. I found your number on a website. I'm not sure you're aware it's there. Do you know someone?
Actually, yeah. You know what? Maybe call him back and let him know, because like if that's not Harry Coumnas, and the number is associated with him, they probably shouldn't have their number on that website.
I might call him back after this and see if I can get him to answer. That's so bizarre. This is so weird. Bizarre. I feel like I'm in Alice's Wonderland right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Historical records and family trees of Harry Coumnas. Well, he's got 100. Oh my gosh.
Oh, also apparently there's also
family members. So
fun
this should
fact.
be pretty big.
Fun fact: I looked at a generic memes Google Doc again, and apparently there is also a Reddit account.
Yeah, I saw
that is associated with
Reddit account
Harry Coumnas.
Just posts Harry Coumnas articles.
Yeah,
to random places. But
on our profile share, our family man, our law, our philanthropy.
Mm-hmm. That's where I found some of these things from.
What?
Well, I think for sure, absolutely, Harry Coumnas is some sort of bot, but I don't know if it's the same bot or if it's a bunch of different bots that all have the same information. I don't know if this is legit or if this is just used for testing stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have no idea.
Who knows, man?
That's what I'm curious about.
Weird as hell, though.
If this is like a testing thing, or if this is like, it's got to be some sort of testing thing. But I wonder if it's if it's related to other Harry Coumnas stuff.
It's interesting, though.
For sure, Kevin H. Smith seems to have been the progenitor of all this because he's got the oldest thing here.
as far as
Yeah.
we can.
As
well,
far as we can tell.
No. Kevin H. Smith's earliest work
Which 2011?
is December of 2013.
No, because he has the slide thing from 2011.
Oh, Kevin H. Smith is the account for
The slide.
the other
from-
website.
For the slide website from 2011 is Kevin H. Smith's account, which has the earliest news report.
Fraud.
But see, like, obviously Kevin Smith is not the guy's name.
Yeah.
He's not the real creator's
Yeah.
name. Because if you look on Fiction Press, you'll find tons of these bots that are like first name, number, last name. And we saw this actually, now that I think about it, we saw this on Fickwad. Remember? There were like lots of accounts that were like, you know, John 12 Smith, you know, like that format. I wonder if there's Harry Coumnas stuff on Fickwad.
Oh my god.
I have to go back.
Oh no.
I already regret going back.
I mean, I do think it's interesting that there are some cases, like the whole New York thing is a recurring thing. Also, the whole Africa thing is a recurring thing, because there's multiple things that refer to him as somebody from Africa.
Yeah, nothing on Fickwad for Harry Coumnas.
Harry Coumnas is a model citizen of the society who believes that everyone should contribute for the betterment of the society. He is based in South Africa and has been working for the last many years to help people in overcoming. To help
That
people
sounds like
in
something a bot
overcoming.
would do on accident. The last we want.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the society constantly. In overcoming the obstacles that they are facing in their lives and lead a happy and fulfilled life. He has been supporting various charitable institutions and working tirelessly for humanitarian causes for the last many years, and he states that he will continue to do so for as long as he is alive, which, from this, apparently, he is eternal, so that's a long-ass time.
Yeah, well, he was born in 1904, but he was also born in 1990 and served in World War I, so...
He's also 32 years old as well as 50 years old.
Harry Coumnas gets around, man. He literally gets around. There's all these random websites. I wonder if I can figure out who owns these websites.
Here, let me explain actually, because here, I found the explanation for all of this, because this is where I read that bit about Harry Coumnas, because Harry Coumnas, first person to prove that time travel is possible.
Wow.
Harry Coumnas has seen extreme poverty and illness from his childhood. He was deeply moved by seeing poor people who face difficult times to meet both ends meet. He always wanted to help them, and this motivated him to be a social activist who solves other people's problems before his personal ones. He also hosted a fundraising event involving selling children art for collecting funds for the child care organization. The child care organization, guys.
Oh, the one, the only.
With his amazing effort and links, the organization raised loads of money. Harry Coumnas plans to open a restaurant on the moon whenever it is possible. He wishes to serve cakes on moon, and this shows his progressive thinking. Highly popular for his dedicated charitable work and commitment to the society welfare, he is a mentor and guide for several philanthropists who want to help society. Considering education a key aspect of development and progress, he is supporting an array of not-for-profit organizations which work selfishly, not selflessly, selfishly.
That's philanthropy, Ella. Don't you understand?
That's not-for-profit organizations that work selfishly to educate poor and disabled children who can't afford education. He believes in the theory...
it's not for the profit of the poor, it's for the profit of me.
He believes in the theory of nothing is impossible, and in order to prove this, he has discovered the way to accomplish time travel.
Whoa, Harry!
Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, time travel is the concept of moving between different points in time in a manner analogous to moving between distinct points in space.
Oh. Hey, okay, I would like to do, you know what, this is a very strange video. We don't normally...
Yeah, we don't normally
We're
do
usually
this.
telling more jokes and stuff instead of just diving down a rabbit hole. So
I got something
here's what I
interesting
think
when
we
you're
should
done
do.
with this. One last interesting tidbit of research
Well,
I've done.
Well, what I was going to say is we should take a few minutes and look over the Fiction Press page, and each of us just pick out an article, and we'll read the first paragraph and maybe a couple sentences and the About section. So we'll just take a few minutes, look it over. Each of us picks our favorite, and we'll end it there. Does that sound good?
All right,
Wait, can
sure.
But before we do, Matt.
So I looked up the Harry Coumnas Harry Coumnas website, and I'm trying to do one more on a domain researcher. All of these domains were registered the exact same day. Which
do you know who owns them?
Contact information, admin information, and tech contact information are all blank except for mailing address, which says Alabama, U.S. And that's it.
Alabama.
That is the only information that is about them, other than the fact that they were all registered on 7/11/2018.
I guess I'm just going to have to go to Alabama and continue my search there.
Alabama, U.S. is the only information about them, other than,
I'll just walk around from person to person and say, "Are you Harry Coumnas?
You know a guy named Harry Coumnas?
Or you know Harry Coumnas?"
Have you ever heard of our Lord and Savior, Harry Coumnas?
And they'll
They
be
were
like,
all
"No," and I'll
registered
just
the
be like, "Get
same
out of my
day."
face!"
I don't care about you.
The shit was all done on the same day.
Registered by GoDaddy.
Yeah, it's
registered
GoDaddy.
at GoDaddy.
Yeah, GoDaddy's what they use to register all these.
Yeah.
HarryCoumnas.com, Harry Coumnas Travel. What's that other Harry Coumnas one we found? I want to run
Harry
through-
Coumnas Adventure.
Hang on, I gotta find it again. I want to run.
It's
them.
in the, if you look at the Discord. There's the link there.
Oh,
it's with-
HarryCoumnas.info as well. Hang on, I want to try that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked that up. It's the same information.
So it was also registered the
So
same day?
all of this
Yep.
registered same day, same person, supposedly.
And Harry Coumnas.
Supposedly person.
That is incredible. Do they all say Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama, U.S.
Bizarre.
Oh,
They do.
this is so strange.
Wait, what was the date you said for the other websites?
7/11/2018.
Okay, yeah.
7/11/2018. Yeah, all of these. All the same day. All exactly the same day. I wonder how many other Harry Coumnas websites
So that-
there are then.
I'm guessing it's probably that's the real question.
I
I'm
wonder
guessing
if
what
they
happened is
grabbed
they-
every
they-
single one of them.
they grabbed a whole bunch and then they've just set them up to auto renew.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh, probably.
Flippin' amazing. Anyway, I am
Yeah, I
sorry
think we should
about
move
that.
on to Bob's
I
idea.
just thought that was interesting, that's all.
I
That
already
is pretty
have
interesting.
mine,
Oh,
but
alright, I'm gonna look at
I want to give you guys a few minutes to look.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so I've got mine. You guys have yours?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I'll go first.
You go first, and I go second, and then I think Yellow should go third, because I think Yellow's got something really good
Okay.
to end this out with.
Harry Coumnas revealed how his psychokinetic power changed his life.
Oh.
This is a press release written to inform the readers about how Harry Coumnas' psychokinetic, not kinetic,
Connectic.
Connectic.
like Xbox
He
Connect,
uses
Yeah.
psychokinetic power.
Yeah, just
changed
like
his life forever.
selfishly and self.
He uses connects.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he uses
Psycho
Connect for his psycho powers.
Yeah. Born in
He's got-
Vienna, Austria, Harry Coumnas is a 39-years-old gentleman who is often invited to events and shows worldwide to demonstrate his psychokinetic power. He is a banker by profession and looks like any other man his age, semicolon. But if you see his performance, you'll know why he is so popular. During his 5-minute performance, he demonstrates his power by mentally moving a number of non-magnetic objects, from small items like breads, crystal bowls, cigar tubes, salt shakers, to big items such as rocks, trees, etc.
Entire trees.
Etc. He is able to move or manipulate several objects.
Several. On a
And-
whole number.
And the about section doesn't really say much more, so I'll leave it there. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, since the second paragraph usually includes a quote, I'll read that quote by Harry Coumnas as well, so we can hear his divine words. He said, "I was born in a poor family. My parents died in a road accident when I was 4, and lived with my aunt until 16 years of age. I knew I had this ability to move objects without physically touching them, so I began performing in magic shows to fund my college fee. After graduating in accounts, I landed a job in a well-known bank and stopped giving performances in magic shows. But it wasn't the end of this. I was continually approached by the show organizers, and frankly speaking, I think the audience missed me. So along with my banking job, I decided to do 9 to 10 shows a year. I have been doing so for the past many years, and thank God for the fame he has given me.
He's doing only 9 to 10 a year. He's not even doing one a month.
Well, of course he's not doing one a month. He has a banking job to do.
Yeah, that's important.
He doesn't get enough vacation time for this.
That's an important job, Matt. Come on.
Sure, he could be traveling the world and, like, helping rebuild, like, fallen structures after an earthquake, but he is a banker by profession.
Yeah, and he's a banker, therefore he has no morals.
Mm-hmm. He's got no scruples.
He's like a wizard. Wizards don't have morals.
Unscrupulous. No sense of right and wrong.
All right, Matt, what you got?
All right, mine's probably
What's your
not as
favorite
good,
tale of Harry Coumnas?
but I like this one because Harry Coumnas helps people to know about their diseases.
Oh,
so he's a doctor?
No,
that's called. Oh, no.
well maybe. Harry Coumnas is a famous practitioner of occultism.
Oh no!
Who
What?
claims he can tell about the diseases of a patient by mere observing his/her body.
Harry, you've betrayed me.
Next thing you're gonna tell me he yells when people are gonna die, and he is secretly a banshee.
I bet you, Harry Coumnas learned these dark arts from Larry Coumnas. That motherfucker.
So far, he has helped several people. Several. Just one or two.
A whole
Well,
few.
he's told a lot of people about diseases, but only helped a few. It's called a lucky guess.
I mean, listen. Satan might be our good friend, but he's not the most charitable guy.
Several people know about the symptoms and actual reasons of their maladies. Harry just asks his patients to tell about their present body condition, and he explains the ailment in detail.
So he diagnoses.
During an interview, Harry Coumnas told that he realized his supernatural power when he was 6 years old. He came to know about it when one day his younger brother approached him crying due to his stomach pain, and he told him the causes and symptoms of his pain in detail. When asked if he was ever going to use his supernatural power, I don't think being a doctor is a supernatural power.
It's occultism.
When he asked if he ever was going to use his supernatural power to know the symptoms and cure his own disease, he said, "Yes, whenever any trouble arises in my body, I get the real cause of it through my intuition."
See, that's not medicine.
No, that's not medicine. That's not science.
About Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas is a practitioner of the occult, blah, blah, blah. When you're looking at him, it's extraordinary. His extraordinary power is a blessing that a few people in this world have. He is known for his unique ability / power all over the world. He wants to reach out to more people and use his power to help with them cope with their health issues. Not heal them, just help them cope.
I mean,
some diseases we just don't have a cure for.
well, also, people who practice occult shit, that's basically all they can do, because they're not doctors.
That's also true.
Recently, he was approached by a leading healthcare institute to work for them. I'll fucking bet. However, Harry wants to work independently and is planning to open his company to provide free services for 2 people.
You're planning on doing it? Harry, you're the only one who can do it.
Harry, come on, man.
Do it. If it's gonna be free, just do it.
I like this
Just
because
do
this
it,
one
man.
makes Harry look like a piece of shit. Because it sounds like Harry doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
He's like, oh, I gotta make this all official and shit. And then he drags his feet when there are people literally dying.
I like it because Harry doesn't heal people. He just tells them what's
wrong.
He just they come up and they're like, "Harry, help, my stomach hurts." And Harry's like, "Your stomach hurts because you have stomach pains." And they're like, "Oh, now I know, Harry."
But the thing is, they're kind of implying that it's some kind of like it's not really a disease, it's actually a demon or something like that, but like they never just say that. So it sounds like he's
No, you see, he
Sounds like he's just
uses
useless.
occult
Diagnosing.
he
Like, he's
uses
just
occult
Dr. House.
ritual. Well, basically, listen, it's his intuition, right? It's not that the ailment is caused by demons. It's that the demons tell him, "Hey, that guy has this."
Oh.
Like, I don't
That's
know
how
why.
he
I
knows.
feel like this one, because unlike I think all the other ones, this one just makes him sound like he's completely useless.
I mean,
He is, but so finally moving on to mine that I picked. That I like it because it ties a lot of things together in a way, I guess. Because let me tell you about Harry Coumnas created his own human clone from his skin cells.
That explains it!
This press release was written to inform readers that Harry Coumnas created his own human clone from his skin cells.
question.
Yes, sure.
Well, I'll let you get to the end of the press release first.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so 6 months ago, Harry Coumnas was spotted at 2 different places in 2 different time zones. At both the places, open pharmaceutical meetings were taking place, and Harry Coumnas was spotted at both meeting areas.
Wait. He was at 2 different pharmaceutical meetings?
That will be explained when we learn about Harry Coumnas.
Oh, okay.
At the press conference, he revealed that he has cloned himself because there was nobody eligible to inherit his business.
What the fuck?
Whoa! Harry!
What a piece of shit!
Regarding the matter, Harry said, "I had invested both my time and money in getting this technology. For more than 20 years, my team of researchers has worked hard to ace this technology.
Wow,
As I do
what
not-
the fuck?
As I do not trust anyone that could as I do not trust anyone that could take up my business decisions, so I came up with this idea of cloning myself. The project has worked out pretty well, as nobody could distinguish between the clone and me. Right now, even you cannot tell whether it is the real me or not.
They're both the real you! It's a fucking clone!
The creation of genetically identical copy of me has been done through my own DNA and my skin cells.
No way! Your own DNA? You didn't use someone else's DNA to make an exact copy of yourself?
Listen, Matt. It's not even his own DNA. It's his own DNA and his skin cells.
I want to see him make an exact copy of himself using someone else's DNA. Then I'll be impressed.
If you would like to see that, I refer you to Metal Gear Solid 5.
I mean, that's true. It is done so that I can pace up my business work. If this project goes successful, I am willing to create more like me. And if the government of the United States wants any kind of information about this project, I am ready to cooperate. Sorry, I read that wrong. I am ready to corporate.
Guys, we found it. We found it. Patient 0 right here.
Okay.
About-
well, you know what? You still have the about. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll explain. I have 3 questions.
Okay, but first about then. About Harry Coumnas. Harry Coumnas, owner of a renowned pharmaceutical company, was recently in a limelight about creating his own human clone. Initially, he had refused the speculations, but recently he had kept a conference to reveal his big secret of cloning himself. Harry Coumnas is renowned for his work in the medicine.
World? Excuse me. Hold on, I have to pause you. What would have to happen for people to start speculating that you cloned yourself?
Well, he was spotted in 2 different places in 2 different time zones.
Elvis has been spotted in multiple places.
Yeah, Elvis is a clone.
Long after he's dead. Nobody has claimed Elvis cloned himself.
They haven't?
Sure, I'm pretty sure he cloned
What short-sighted people? The truth is right in front of you. Just pick it up. Just pick up the phone.
Okay.
Harry Coumnas is renowned for his work in the medicine, but the advancement he has brought in the technology is a whole lot of a different level.
Wow.
Also, this one has a review on it, which is just somebody asking if this is a parody of those articles posted by bots on this site. No, dude, this is one of those bots.
You absolute goofus.
You idiot.
You dingbat. What are you goofball? What are you talking about? This is a bot.
Oh my god.
They're all bots.
They're all bots.
For all I know, I'm a bot.
Let's not get into that.
I'm either a bot or a clone of Harry Coumnas.
Aren't we all
Those are
clones
the
of Harry
only
Coumnas
options.
At this rate?
Do you think there's a way we could like maybe make a Harry Coumnas Bible or something?
Spread the word of Harry Coumnas. God.
Well, there it is.
Sorry, I mean Harry.
Thanks for watching, and special thanks to our supporters on Patreon. Their names are on screen now. If you want to contribute but don't want to join the Patreon, we have our PayPal linked below as well. Regardless of your level of support, feel free to leave your thoughts or requests in the comments or in the public Discord server. All relevant links are in the description. Have a good one, and thanks again for watching.